Hello, I am author Eileen Schnabel, author of the Kep Westgard Time Travel to the American Revolution series, and today we are talking about Illinois. This is part 3. How does the Revolutionary War and Illinois interact? So we said earlier, all of Illinois was previously called New France, and it was under French control until the end of the 7 Years' War, the French and Indian War, when all this was ceded to the British. So now the British come in and take control of all these trading posts, all these outposts, and they make a lot of the French unhappy because there is a lot of changes in the way they trade. They bar, they don't continue the gift giving process with the native tribes, which makes the trading harder for the French here that are settlers all along these rivers, and also there's a lot of cultural differences. So meanwhile, George Rogers Clark, and if that rings a bell, he is the older brother of the Clark, as in Lewis and Clark. Well, he's in Virginia, and some spies come to him and say, hey, we think these British outposts could be taken without much of a fight. So he goes to the governor and he says, I'd like to take some men and go out there and try to take these posts from the British. And the governor agrees. So he takes about 175 frontiersmen, marches toward, one of them was Kaskaskia, Illinois. And in Kaskaskia, they were ready for some sort of resistance, but the French basically didn't give them any resistance because they were so unhappy at this point with the British. So they take over Kaskaskia, but meanwhile, another outpost they had taken over had been then retaken by the British. And we'll talk about that in the next video. This is part 3 of a few. But anyway, so right now in Illinois, if you can imagine it. Oh, and one last little irony. I thought it was an interesting irony. It was July 4th, 1778, that George Rogers Clark takes over this outpost in Kaskaskia, Illinois. Anyway, thanks for letting me share. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.